Let's do this. All right. 11 and 12, absolute values. Yep. All right, so what do we got to do with absolute value? What's the key? We go to one side, what do we do? Write it the same way, yeah? N plus 1 equals 2. But then we got to go to the other side, right? The other side. And we got to say what? N plus 1 equals negative 2. Now we flip the sign, but you can't tell because an equal sign flipped is still equal, right? All right, so one thing we also have to do is we have to say, hey, this is given, right? And we say, hey, what are these?
Definition of absolute value.
Definition of absolute value. I like it. Definition of absolute value. Good. All right. So then what do we do?
Subtract 1.
Subtract 1. Holy. All right, good. So we subtract 1 from both sides, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's that called? Is that SAT or PIMDOS?
It's sad note.
Why?
Because it's on two sides of the equation.
Beautiful. See? That's what I'm talking about. N equals 1. So that's SAT, right? So it's on two sides of the equation because it's opposite both sides. So that means the other side's going to be SAT too, yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to do the same thing to both sides. We're going to subtract 1 and subtract 1, but we will get two different answers. Why? Why?
Because there's a negative sign in front of it.
Yeah, and why is this negative, by the way? So I get n is equal to negative 3, but why did we make it negative? Why? What is it about absolute value? What does absolute value do?
What?
Remember, absolutely positive, right? Absolutely positive. That means absolute value of 2 equals 2, right? But the absolute value of negative 2 is still 2. It's always positive. And so what we're doing is saying, hey, if it equals 2, let's solve it. Bam. But it equals negative 2, right, Carlos? That phone is somewhere where the sun don't shine, like your pocket. All right? You're lucky I'm being nice right now because I'm on the video.
Give me the positive.
Otherwise, I'd knock you
You're
in
gonna
your
put that on
skull.
YouTube.
It is. All right, so, right? Negative 2 becomes a positive 2, right? And that's why we have to set this up as negative. Does that make sense? Kind of, legs, yeah. All right, good. So the next problem. Here's the issue. The only thing that changes is the absolute value, right? The stuff outside of it doesn't change, yeah? So that means we have to take anything that's around it and move it. We move it first. Does that make sense? Okay, so this first step is given, yeah? But what's the next step?
Perfect.
So we're solving, right? SAT math, right? So, I mean, we do PIMDOS, but we can't add anything. We do transition, but we're good to go. So then we do PIMDOS, right? And so the PIMDOS, I mean SAT math. The SAT math starts with SA, yeah? So we're going to start with SA.
And then?
And so what am I subtracting or adding? What's adding or subtracting to this whole thing?
You minus 6.
Yeah, the 6 is adding, so we minus it, yeah? Opposite. So opposite, minus 6, yeah? And so that brings down the 5, absolute value 6k minus 1, absolute value equals 35, good. Right? And then what do we do? Gotta move the 5, yeah?
Multiply 5 by 35.
And the 5's multiplying, so we need to
Divide it.
divide it, okay? So divide by 5, divide by 5. That's DM or MD?
DM.
Why is it MD? Why is it DM?
Because it's on two sides of the equation.
Good. Why do you think it was MD? Because you were guessing? A little bit, yes! That's okay. That's good. If we aren't doing things wrong, then we can't get it right. Right? If you aren't making mistakes, you aren't trying. It's just like when I go fishing. If you aren't losing gear, then you ain't fishing, right? If you ain't missing a shot, then you ain't hunting.
It's okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you hit it every single time, there's no way. Stop it, man. Why? You Alright, anyway, so we're gonna cancel this out. SK or 6K minus 1, right? And that goes in 7 times, yeah? And that was, we decided that was DM, yeah?
Yes.
Okay? Then what do?
You make the two things.
Yeah.
The line.
Actually, yeah, we gotta make the 2 of them, yeah? So we're gonna go one way. Boom. 6K minus 1 equals 7. And then the other way is?
Same exact thing except it's -7.
Exactly. 6K minus 1 equals -7. Yeah? And then what do? We solve it for both of them. I want to see that you're doing this. You continue doing. You got to show me all the way through. All right, what do we do first?
Well, do you want to start the step first, or you
Yeah.
have one?
Add 1, right? And we're going to actually add 1 to all of them, yeah?
Yes.
Now that we know how to do absolute value, we know how to do it. So we know that this is SA, right? And we know that this is SA. Right? Right, SA? No, say C. Sí. Then I was to say, ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. Oui? Not oui. Sí. That's sorry. I'm a little French. Can't help it. All right. All right. But now what? What is 7 plus 1?
8.
8. Nice. And what is -7 plus 1?
-8.
Negative
Oh.
6, right? If I need $7 when I get 1, I only need 6 more, right? All right, then what?
You multiply. Or you divide.
Divide, good. So DM, right? By 6. DM. Now, one of them always comes up not nice. Almost always, right? So this was not nice, right? So K is equal to 1 and 2/6, which is really 1. And so what goes into 2 and 6? 2,
1/3.
right? So good job there, Paul. 1/3, 1 and 1/3. K is equal to, right? And it's also K is equal to what? -1, good job. Okay, so -1. So that's your answer. Yeah? Now what did we do here? We simplified, right? So if you simplify, I want you to start getting used to saying simplify. Okay? In geometry, we do it all the time. Okay, so when we simplify a fraction, I want you to start writing simplify. Fair enough? Not DM. I know it is DM, but if we get used to saying simplify, it's just going to be that much better in geometry. Cool? Questions? None? Love it. Love it.
There you go.
Yes, you do.